How do you feel about the quality of your education here at Southeastern?
Well, I can't really compare it to other colleges because or universities because this is the only one I ever went to, I've gone to.
Right.
But I mean, I'm pretty satisfied with my education at Southeastern. Um, I know a lot of people in other majors have expressed like kind of discontent, like they just kind of feel like they've ambled through not getting anything. But um, at least with what I've gotten out of the history program, um, whether or not I've actually learned concrete, hard, tangible facts, I feel like my mind and my worldview has expanded, and
Right.
it's made me into a drastically different person as far as how I view things than I was in high school. So in that regard, I would say that I'm very satisfied with it because I feel uh, like a bigger person mentally.
Right.
So
What is it that 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 you find that your professors and what is the environment? What are the professors doing to help facilitate that expansion of your worldview?
um, a large part of it is the reading that I mean as a history major, like we do a lot of reading, like in a lot of different books and stuff, and just exposure to like as far as subject matter goes, like whether it be Chinese history or like French Revolution history, um, you're exposed to thoughts of different people at different times,
Right.
um, expressing like oh no, a lot of ways like the same thoughts and feelings that like every person goes through. It's almost like this universality of individuality that like um and so I mean, to answer your question really, I think it would have to be like they know what they're talking about in the subjects that I've taken,
Right.
and so just knowing like kind of where to guide you in as far as like subject matter goes, and just presenting the information in a strong way. So I guess.
Um, have the how have the budget cuts here at school affected you?
Well, I'll have to go print out my own syllabus.
Right.
um, you know, honestly, it hasn't really impacted me a whole lot. Um, and if it has, it's just been in ways that I kind of just take it in stride. Uh, like, I mean, there's only one class of a certain, like, there's only one section of a particular class offered in a given semester, but that's kind of just how
Right.
it is normally with history. Um, like, and I'm not saying that like it hasn't affected the history department at all,
Right.
but like they've done a good job of concealing from me the ways that it's happened. I had a student worker job last semester where I could only get 10 hours a week because of budget cuts. So actually that's probably the biggest place where it impacted me. Like they just didn't have enough money in their budget to pay for more hours.
Right.
So, and what I wanted the job, and I knew I'd get full hours in the next semester. But I mean, it hasn't really been a huge. I mean, like it's been a talking point. Like you could blame things on budget cuts. Um, but
Um, you haven't had to do anything like take out a line of credit or loan or anything like that. So are you still currently a student worker? Or?
Yeah, yes, I am.
And that's the same job you had
Mm-hmm.
before that you only could work 10 hours in?
Mm-hmm.
How do you see kind of the employment situation right now with regards to what you've seen in your friends' situations and stuff like that?
Like in the real world?
Yeah, I guess in the real world, yeah.
Well, it looks kind of not good. Like I have one friend in particular who is stuck with a job that he hates, and it's just a bad situation altogether. But finding a different job that's willing to pay him like an equivalent amount of money has been really hard. My brother-in-law spent like a whole summer applying and like every job he could in town, couldn't get a job. A friend of mine, Jesse from Dodgeball,
Mhm.
as well as Avery, as you know, like both of them, like Jesse's in like the same boat as she is, like just been applying and applying, and just can't find anything. In fact, the only people that I really know about that have a good outlook on them are graphic design majors who have internships.
Really?
Yeah, I mean mostly like because they're required to go for an internship, and so if they can find an internship, then I at least for a few of them that I know, like that's turned into jobs. So, and when I get out of school, I'd like to go for some production assistant jobs and things in like the local film industry scene. And from what I know about that, you kind of need to know somebody to get in on it.
Right.
So I'm expecting adversity in that regard until I get my foot in the door, and then I feel like it will probably be a little easier.
Right.
But I know that there are a bunch of other people who want to do that same thing.